Dallas is the #1 rival. Dallas is the team that they hate. Dallas is the team that they point to all year. And what bothers them is that they don't feel that that's reciprocated.
We always wanted to beat the Dallas Cowboys in the worst way, and I think it almost got to the point where we wanted to beat them so bad we hated them.
Well, everybody hated the Cowboys in those days, for sure, because we won and we were clean, and Philadelphia lost and they were dirty.
We won down.
They absolutely despised us.
We hate you.
They pointed at the camera and they said, "We hate you. We hate you." And I remember Drew Pearson sitting next to me and said, "My God, they really do hate us, don't they?"
While the Eagles were barbarians at the gates of Rome, the Imperial Cowboys were Rome. And
America's team.
Eagle fans were mustard and soft pretzels, Cowboy fans Chanel No. 5. These were more back-alley brawls than majestic battles, and fair play was forsaken for late hits and low blows. The hatred between these two division rivals knew no boundaries, and the intensity of their confrontations created events where truth was stranger than fiction.
Well, the Philly crowd was tough. After John Kennedy was shot, we went up to Philly, and you're talking about really taking it to us. It was like we, the Dallas Cowboys, had assassinated John Kennedy.
However, Leroy Jordan, No. 55, was blamed for ambushing the Eagles' handsome halfback, Timmy Brown.
Leroy Jordan hit Tim Brown in Dallas and broke all of the new dental work that he had done.
Timmy Brown ran a little circle pass, and they threw him the ball, and I came back to hit him and knocked out several of his teeth, and maybe spurred on the rivalry later. You know, I never intended to knock his teeth out, but I intended to knock his head off.
He really whacked him, you know, and boy, they were all after Leroy from then on.
For the next several years, I played each game trying to protect myself and survive the games more than play the games.
While Jordan's hit on Brown was the flashpoint in this rivalry, the assault on Captain America, Roger Staubach, became the shot heard round the football world.
In the films, Mel Tom really gave me a dirty shot, forearm and behind the head, and I was out like a light. They had a meeting up at the commissioner's office, and Tom kept denying that he hit me, and of course then he saw it on the film. I think they fined him $1,000.
At that time, the biggest fine ever levied on a player.
The extra nudge, the extra shot, the extra pop into a guy.
He took the shot on me, and then I tried to get up to retaliate, and he just grabbed my face mask and almost twisted my head off inside my helmet. And from then on, I had this nasty attitude against the Eagles. I always wanted to get them. I wanted to cheap shot them like they were cheap shotting not only me, but some of the other players.
Harold Carmichael caught a pass in 127 consecutive games. But where did his streak end? It ended in Dallas. Dennis Thurman hit him and knocked him out of bounds, put him at back spasms, and he couldn't finish the game.
We need to end the streak against us. Dennis pulled the trigger on him, and that was it.
Tom Landry's Cowboys so thoroughly dominated the Eagles that in one 13-year span they won 22 of the 26 games. The series degenerated into a dreary litany of ugly Eagle defeats. Sundays were a day of rest for Dallas until the Eagles found salvation in 1980.
Dick Vermeil, he kept stressing to us, guys, keep working hard. We're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. We have arrived. And sure enough, it happened.
We're going to New Orleans.
I'll tell you where you're going. You're going to Super Bowl. No, he's going to Super Bowl's where he's going.
Let's back up.
Although this defeat haunted Tom Landry, his biggest nightmare became Buddy Ryan.
During the strike, the Eagles' replacement players played a game down in Dallas. Tom Landry had said stuff like, yeah, we've got veterans here, but, you know, we're not going to run a lot of tricky stuff. We're just going to play basic football.
They toss it right to Blunt.
First play from the game, he ran a double reverse for a 62-yard touchdown.
Got a reverse left to Edwards. He has blockers. To the 40, Edwards to the left sideline.
I mean, Buddy was just absolutely livid.
A 62-yard touchdown reverse.
But Buddy didn't like that, and he had respected Landry up to that time. So then we got here, and he wanted to get him back.
Less than a minute to go, the Eagles have the ball. and they're just running out the clock, kneeling down. And Randall Cunningham kneels down once, kneels down twice. He's getting ready to kneel down the last time. He kneels down and then stands up.
This could be a fake. It is.
An interference call on Dallas led to an Eagles rub-it-in touchdown, which rekindled the bitterness.
Buddy trotted off the field with the biggest smile on his face that you ever saw. I mean, to him, this was his revenge.
Yeah, we're talking about Buddy Ryan. There's only one Buddy Ryan.
Ryan's teams crushed the Cowboys 8 straight times, which signaled the end of the Dallas dynasty.
Buddy, was it fair enough to think that it was more important beating the Cowboys than just winning and going to the playoffs?
Oh, who in the hell are the Cowboys? We beat them every time we play them.
Oh, I would have said something to Buddy, but he wouldn't stand on the field long enough. He put his big fat rear end into the dressing room.
I resent that. I've been on a diet. I lost a couple of pounds, and I thought I was looking good. And then he goes and calls me fat. I kind of resent that a little bit.
Veterans Stadium under Ryan became Devil's Island to Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys.
It's hostile, man. You got batteries, snowballs, all type of stuff coming from up a deck.
Jerome Brown, the defensive tackle of the Eagles, pleading, let's cut it out with the snowballs. Ice balls, not snowballs. This is really fun.
You see little children being eaten, and it just really terrifies you.
This is Randall. He's going to be Eagle soup today. It's going to be a long day for the Eagles. Cowboys defense. Woo!
Dallas reconquered the football world, but not everyone welcomed back America's team.
When they slap you around here, when you come out of your mother's womb, I believe that you are automatically a Cowboys hater.
I just hate them. They stink.
America's team where? What's America's team? Not around here, pal.